morning, everyone. 1984. This is a year I remember vividly. That's me. I was 8 years old, and this was the year that my parents picked me and my brother up from our home in India and moved us halfway across the world to our new home in Massachusetts. I didn't realize this, but I'd been dropped right into the middle of this era of automation. It was the first era of computation, which was about taking rote tasks and automating them a millionfold. The age of productivity had arrived. So years later, I ended up at a little startup where I ended up working shoulder to shoulder with some of the same engineers who had built Netscape. Facebook arrived on college campuses in 2004, and it accelerated a trend that had started about 10 years before that. Something magical happens. You take a bunch of computers, you string them together through high-speed networks. So we went from that age of productivity to an age of communication. And we've reaped so many rewards at both of these ages, but then they collided upon each other. And only now are we starting to realize there's some costs to that. You take the ability to automate tasks a millionfold, and you have the ability to communicate to any person on the planet. You have the perfect ingredients for a noisy world. Marketers have known for decades on how to cut through a noisy world, and that is creativity. In fact, our industry has prided itself on the ability to creatively communicate ideas to everyone. And visual is a perfect vehicle for doing just that. It's 2019 today, and I assert that we are entering a new age of creativity. This is an age where software can help you unlock the value in your data and translate it into the most creative ideas. But if creativity is so important, why do we seem to struggle with this today? It is no longer sufficient to have one creative idea that's going to be suitable for a mass audience. People today are choosier, they're pickier. They want you to understand their behaviors, their preferences. The second part of the problem isn't quite as obvious. So let's say you're a time traveler and you go back to the early 1400s. If you picked up any book, chances are that book is a Bible or another religious text. Priests worked on books in monasteries under candlelight, and they were painstakingly scribed. This was the reality of that day. Knowledge was the purview of the chosen few who could read. And even fewer could take their ideas and communicate them to the masses. However, in 1440, there was a technological advance that changed everything. And of course, this was the year Gutenberg invented the printing press. All of a sudden, books could be printed by any merchant across Europe. And suddenly, it enabled a burst of creativity unlike anything seen before. Books about science, about art, about fiction, and much more just swept across Europe. What's keeping marketers up late at night? Today, it is not priests and monasteries, but it is engineers and IT departments who control access to data. And being able to access your data is such a key part of the creativity puzzle. 79% of CMOs believe that digital transformation is more important than optimization. 85% believe that creativity is a fundamental part of how they serve their customers. But only 54% believe they're doing a good job of this today. I'll save you a long read of the report. So when 1,000 CMOs were asked, these are the 5 things that surfaced up as the most important to them. Nearly 3/4 of CMOs believe they have to invest in big ideas and creativity. The thing that's driving this is their competition. They have to cut through that noise. Number 2 on the list is an inability to transform quickly enough to changing consumer tastes. And it's the biggest barrier to executing on our marketing strategy. Today's CMO is being asked to operate on multiple timelines to position their brand for long-term sustainable growth. 3rd on the list, openness and control. We've got to strike a delicate balance between openness and control. We have to be open to changing consumer expectations and tastes and preferences. At the same time, our brands have to stand for something. And it's important that we get our teams to know what our brand promises and articulate it cogently. 4th on the list, you're telling us that you have more available than ever before. Data, it's everywhere. However, capturing insights has become harder than ever before. You also make clear you don't have the capabilities today to maximize data's value. And 5th, 75% of CMOs believe they have to associate their brand with a social purpose, but without seeming opportunistic. And what we've observed is that history has taught us many things, But importantly, it's taught us that the right innovation at the right time has the potential to unlock creativity. With that, I'm delighted to announce Movable Ink Exchange. We couldn't be more excited about the Movable Ink Exchange. We have dozens of integrations, including many of the technologies you see listed above. These integrations will let you take your data sources, apply your specific business rules, and translate that into rich, evocative, engaging visuals, all in real time. We're making an investment in the Exchange so you can supercharge the value of your existing MarTech stack. Over the next couple of years, expect to see hundreds of new integrations make their way into the Exchange. So what does an integration look like exactly? Let me paint a picture with just a couple examples. CrowdTwist is a customer loyalty platform. CrowdTwist manages a rich data set about a brand's customers, their points earned, status tiers, available rewards, and it's a treasure trove of data. The moment an email or another digital message is opened, Movable Ink calls the CrowdTwist API, which returns customer-specific loyalty points and rewards data. Movable Ink then transforms this data into a personalized loyalty visualization. And that encourages customers to earn more points, move to the next rewards tier, and ultimately build a stronger connection to the brand. And it's available to you today, exclusively on the Movable Ink Exchange. Another example. Pega is a leader in customer engagement and digital process automation. Using AI, Pega's real-time decision engine balances a variety of customer and company contexts such as sales, service, risk, and operational decisions. And it determines what should be the next best interaction that aligns with customer expectations. The moment an email is opened, Movable Ink can call the Pega API, which returns a personalized next best action in under 100 milliseconds. We then transform this data into actionable, visually engaging content. This really helps a marketer avoid a disjointed experience and optimize every single customer interaction. I'm hoping that the Movable Ink Exchange will usher in a renaissance for marketers. We can't wait to see what you'll come up with. But last year, at Think Summit 2018, we announced that Movable Ink Intelligent Creative would now power display ads and websites. However, there was one channel that was strangely missing: mobile. Mobile's a fantastic complement to email. Email lets you reach a broad range of people, but the person who's chosen to download your mobile app and actively uses it every week is in a deeper relationship with your company. Mobile represents an awesome opportunity for the marketer. Earlier this year, we talked to some of the leading players in this space, and they include Airship, Braze, and Localytics. In fact, Forrester has identified these three players as the top 3 mobile marketing platforms. Just to top that off, we also had to talk to Branch, who's a leading player of deep linking, mobile and web deep linking. Today, Movable Ink is announcing its mobile preview in partnership with Airship, Braze, Localytics, and Branch. Now, as our product research continues, we've identified 3 initial use cases, and they seem to be gathering a lot of traction with our early clients. These include push notifications, in-app content, and mobile inbox. DAZN has the honor of being Movable Ink's first mobile client. DAZN is a mobile-first company, and it was founded in 2016, and this just blew my mind. In 3 short years, DAZN is now the #1 sports-related app on any of the app stores by revenue. There's a combination of 1,300 geos and sports that they have to market to. On top of this, sometimes they have a retention challenge, so DAZN wanted to solve that problem as well. So our team worked together with DAZN and Airship and came up with a clever idea. The push notifications DAZN used to send out used to contain static text. So what we decided to do was update that push notification and completely revamp how it works. We plugged it in to a data source with a live feed, an API with a live feed of the upcoming fights, and the moment the push notification went out, the API would be called, and rich media message would be created that is unique for that user. Rich media outperform static text by a whopping 1.5x. In addition to this, it automated the creative build problem for them and let them address those 1,300 combinations every single day. Next, we're gonna go out to the Midwest to see the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are an NBA team out of Minnesota. And what they did was create in-app content with a time-based promotion to get people excited about the ticket release. This approach allowed them to also build a smart segment of their most engaged fans. And now when that sale went live, these super fans were the first ones to get access to the pre-sale. By being more targeted with this type of promotion, the Timberwolves was able to boost fan engagement by 228%. Timberwolves are already working on bigger ideas for the future. New versions of in-app content will tap into a wide array of data sources. It'll include the game's lineup, the time to tip off, the door entry time associated with your ticket, and even concessions that are available to you based on the seat information in that ticket. And finally, if fans have rewards, they can claim it for court cash balance. All of this is powered by intelligent creative, and the marketer can control it without having to update the mobile app. REI is a beloved retailer. It sells sporting goods, camping gear, travel equipment, and clothing. Ray Gordelin, who oversees mobile marketing, wanted to test out whether their app users had a better experience with one product versus another inside the mobile app. It wasn't easy for them to grab the latest product information from their website, and they certainly wouldn't know what the top sellers were. So Movable Inc. worked with REI and Airship to solve this challenge. What we did is we turned REI's web pages into RESTful APIs, so product information can be pulled in real time. And the second someone opens the inbox message, one of 3 different products would be shown, and this would completely change on the fly. Engagement would be collected, and it would automatically optimize. And of course, one pair of shoes actually ended up performing much better than the other 2, in fact, by 30%. This campaign was a runaway success. Today, we are officially launching our mobile preview. It's exciting for us that the mobile marketer now has the same tools that the email marketer has available to them, and that they're able to personalize content in the same way and tell that consistent story. I really feel we stand at this unique moment in time where the intersection of data and creativity, it's not only possible, it's what your customers are clamoring for. I truly am humbled that you've chosen to be a part of our movement. Now, as fellow marketers, we are committed to your success, not just today, not just tomorrow, but well into the future. And a thank you to the over 200 partners that work with us every single day to help make your marketing programs incredibly successful. The Movable Inc. Exchange is the start of bigger things to come. We're making a long-term investment in it to ensure our joint success. Thank you all. We have an amazing day planned for you.